bitch, you'll never amount to nothing. You're weak, you're stupid, you're small, you're not clever. Everything you'll never succeed at, anything you do will ever mean. No one fails you, you're never gonna fail. Every bitch, you're so nothing. You're never gonna get a fake. You're a failure.
First, we need to fix your self-image. You know that voice in your head constantly putting you down? Well, we've got to get rid of that little guy. The easiest way to do it is by changing your input. That little voice will ruin your life, but at the same time it can become your biggest hype man if you know how. So get out a journal or a piece of paper and write down your new identity. Look for things that are objectively true about yourself but positive. Are you a hard worker? Do you meditate? Do you go to the gym? Well, that's your new identity. An athlete, a spiritual man, a grafter. Remind yourself of it constantly. Don't let yourself forget, and when your brain tries to tell you something else, replace the words with your new identity. The other way you do this is through meditation. I know, it's boring, it's not cool, but it's because you've never had it explained to you. When you meditate every day, that voice starts to get quieter and quieter till you can't hear it anymore. Imagine that, a world where you're sat down and there's just silence. Well, you can get there. Next, we need to start implementing good habits. A positive self-image is great, but it breaks down when those affirmations start to become lies. You're not an athlete anymore if you spent the past month eating junk and skipping the gym, so incorporate some habits that reinforce a positive self-image. I think the simplest way to think about it is pride. Imagine yourself sat across the table from your mum. She asks how your day went, what you got up to. Your habits need to be things you'd be proud to tell her. Exercise, meditate, eat clean, journal, take cold showers and skip out on the social media, the junk food, the porn. Your mum doesn't want to hear that shit.
Had a wank.
You know what the biggest source of motivation is? It's previous successes. When you don't achieve goals, when there's nothing to look back on and say, yeah, I did that, you start to feel a bit shit. So let's get some goals. Your goals need to be ambitious but realistic. There's no point having a goal that you'd achieve anyway, and at the same time, there's no point having a goal that's never going to happen. So find the balance. The easiest way I found was just to look further into the future. Set overarching goals and then more realistic sub-goals that you can expect to achieve sooner. Ask yourself where you want to be 5 years from now. What kind of life would excite you enough to get you out of bed every day and work for it? Then ask yourself where you would need to be a year from now to set the ball rolling, have the foundations laid for future growth. Finally, what can you do this month to get it all started? Now comes the fun part. Meet those goals, celebrate your achievements and start stacking successes. The standards we hold ourselves to correlate directly to the success and happiness we see. Being proud of yourself is about more than just having a great day. It's about going to the gym when every muscle in your body aches, meditating when your mind won't sit still, saying no to the self-care day when you've worked 12 hours every day for the past 7 weeks. That's what makes the difference. If you're going to do something in this life, it's not about how you compete when you're feeling great, but about how you compete when you feel like shit. So hold yourself to a high standard, manifest excellence every day and settle for nothing less. That's how you become a man you're proud of.